Okay, so welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm back with another video. This one's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do a kind of a get ready with me talking / makeup video. It is pretty dark, by the way. It is storming. It is daytime. I've got my windows open. However, it's so dark because it's literally been storming. So I'm so glad I got this ring light because otherwise you would better see me. But I want to come back with a get ready with me talking video. So I won't be doing a tutorial today. I will talk you through what I use as and when I use it. And I will discuss what I'm doing sometimes. But it's mainly going to be just a talking kind of rant video. So if you're wanting to stick around, then stay with me. If not, I will have a new eyeshadow tutorial coming up shortly that I said I was going to do last time. And yeah, grab yourself a snack or a drink and let's get into it. So first things first, I'm just going to pin my hair back. I have recently actually just washed it and I've actually blow dried it. The blow drying, I'm going to show you this. Okay, so I have recently washed my hair. I've literally just blow dried it. So the one I use is the Revlon. This is like a blow drying stick brush. I have had these before, but a different brand. I think I had, was it Tresemme or was it another brand? I can't remember. But every single time I buy one of these, I buy sort of like a not the most expensive one out there. I think this was about £30 off Argos. But Revlon, it's like a hot brush. So what it does is it dries your hair and it also basically sort of like styles it at the same time, so your hair's not too fluffy, it's nice and smooth. So yeah, this is definitely worth it if you guys like to have your hair down, or if you like to kind of dry it faster, if you do dry your hair, and if you want something quick and easy. This only takes about, roughly for me, about half an hour, I think, because I section it. I go through section by section. I also use, I don't have it on me, but I use a Tresemme heat protectant spray because my hair has been previously damaged from having all the reds and blondes in my hair. But this takes me about, I'd say 20 to 30 minutes to fully dry my hair. And it literally, my hair's quite thick as well. I've got lots of it, but it's straight. It needs cutting as well because, as you can see, the front pieces are a lot longer. However, I am literally planning to grow it out. Currently, we are at just on the chest area, so I want to grow it long. So I'm not cutting it, but I am going to trim the sort of ends. As you can see, my hair looks in like really good shape at the moment. It needs dyeing as well, which I might do on this channel at some point, but it's been in the best shape it has been for a long time since I haven't dyed it, because I used to dye it so often. I mean, like, I dyed it every single week when I was younger. It was horrible. So first things first, I'm just going to clip this away from my face just like that. I don't care what it looks like, just so we have kind of a blank canvas. Now, I have previously shaved, but I am starting to have the stubble grow back. I'm not going to actually shave today because my face is a little bit irritated from shaving. So as you can see, this is my natural face. We have a lot of texture. We don't have too much discoloration. It's more like red tone underneath, but it's more like acne and sort of like from shaving and stuff. So, you know, we're going to try and cover this up today. So what I'm going to go for is a nice kind of normal dewy base that I usually go for. This is going to be like a basic makeup. I might even use one shade of eyeshadow on my eyelids, but apart from that, that's all I'm going to use. As you guys know, I am a big fan of Nivea cream. I don't know why, I think I've just used it since I was younger. So I've used it since I was like teenage years, and I've loved it ever since. I've just been using it. So I usually use this one, which is a Nivea cream. I think it's like unisex one. It doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. Yeah, this is the one for the whole family at the back. So this is the whole family can use this as well. Not that you can't use any certain ones. This is the bigger pot. I think it's 200 millilitres. And then recently, I have been using another Nivea cream that I found, and I thought I'd just give it a go. I think I had it in a pack of like, I think I had it laying around as a Christmas gift for someone, because I changed it. For Christmas, I changed the Christmas gift, so I had it left over. And I thought, let's give it a try because it's Nivea. Now, this is men's cream, okay? So this is meant to be for men's, but realistically, when I was having a look online, there's no reason why it should be just men's, you know? You don't have to just use women's products if you don't want to. This one, actually, I am starting to prefer to this cream. Now, I'm going to have a look around for different kind of women's creams, but this actually I've been preferring a lot. It's actually more lightweight. This one's for the face, body and hands. It's a kind of small, as you can see, I've literally like used most of it. 75 milliliters, so this is a men's one. However, if you are a fan of Nivea creams, I would highly recommend you to try different ones, not just the women's ones, because realistically, like, you know, Nivea creams have, you know, similar properties in it, so there's no reason why it should just be for men's and women's. But this one is definitely less thick. So this one is literally, it's like a normal kind of cream, so it kind of like feels nice and soothing. Now this one is not bad at all. I've been using it for years, but as you can see when I kind of give you a swatch of it, this one is much more thick, and it actually takes a lot longer to soak into the skin. It still gives a good kind of like moisture effect, but this one to me is a lot more thick on my skin. I can feel it when it's on my skin, which is not bad. It's just I prefer something lightweight. So I've been trying this men's one, and you know what? I've been actually liking it. I'm not even joking. I will try different kind of women's creams, but I feel like this has been like my top go-to at the moment, and I'm not ashamed to say that I'm using a men's product, because realistically, like, you know, unless it was something to do with the male body, like, you know, like biology wise, I obviously wouldn't use it, but I'm just gonna literally just coat my face all over in this, and as you can see already, we have a slight moisture glow to the skin, and it feels lightweight. It feels like I'm putting on just a nice day cream or something, you know. Make sure you get your neck, and I'm one of these people that don't mind if I stretch my face out, because when I get older, I don't mind having wrinkles. It doesn't bother me, to be honest with you. So as you can see, we've got a nice, I think it's just an overall like slight glow to our skin now, and it just overall moisturizes us. My face and my sort of hands, as you can see, they're looking a bit, I don't know if you can see that, but they're looking a bit dry at the moment. So I haven't been using a lot of moisturizer on my face. Okay, so foundation, we're going to use a 32-hour wear infallible. I've been loving this ever since I've tried it. It's the most lightweight aside from the normal, the one I was using previously. I think it was I can't pronounce it, but I think it's Borges or Bonjourus or something. I can't pronounce it for the life of me, but that's my favourite one, and I've been using it for many years, and I haven't been able to get it yet. So this has been the next one that I've been loving. So Infallible L'Oreal. This is in the shade Neutral 20, or is it just Neutral? I'm not sure, but there's that. And I'm just going to use one of my new brushes that I got in a previous video. If you haven't watched that, I will link it at the end. They do melt quite a bit, but they do the job. And as you can see, it's quite an angled brush, so it's going to be good to put foundation on. Anyway, let's get to this talking. So it's 2026, and I do have a lot of plans for this channel. As you see, we're starting off a bit slow. I try and post weekly, so I'm trying to post every single week at least once at the moment, because I think I struggle with schedules, and I think for me, like, I think it could be an ADHD thing or something, but I struggle to keep schedules. because I've got actual like another channel than this. I've got another YouTube channel which I will link down below if you are wanting to follow it. However, it's to do with gaming, so it's going to be for a certain audience, but I've been doing that as well for a long time, and I've built up an audience on that one. But I never usually set a schedule because I can't keep to it for some reason. It never ever works. So I'm going to try and post every single week for you guys, and then we can kind of improve on it as we go along. But I'm going to be kind of like honest with you on the out front that it will be at least once a week, and then if I can manage twice a week, I will definitely do that. But you know, I've been enjoying actually investing my time into this channel because, you know, I really do actually enjoy makeup. I enjoy anything beauty and makeup. I've always been like that actually, from since a young age. I always used to be like a trendsetter in school actually, with like hair extensions and eyelashes and fake tan. I don't do none of that at the moment. Like, I do wear fake eyelashes still, and I do actually still wear hair extensions when I want to, but with fake tan I don't really tan my skin anymore. So yeah, like, I'm looking forward to doing more stuff on this channel, but I'm looking forward to kind of growing it, but organically, like naturally. I don't want to rush kind of growing a channel, but yeah, my other plans for this year, I feel like one plan that I'm actually doing that I want to talk about actually is weight loss. Now obviously, as we know, when it comes to Christmas time and people overindulge, and then when it gets to like New Year and everyone's like, let's go and start at the gym, let's go and start eating healthily, and then some people stick to it, some people don't. See, I've been like that for the past how many years, and as you guys know, if you have watched my previous videos and you have followed me for a while, you'll probably know that I do suffer with PCOS, so it makes it slightly harder, but it's not impossible. And I've also suffered with my weight ever since I was basically, I think it was the beginning of my adult years, so about 19, 20. I've always suffered with weight. I've always been heavier, and with PCOS, I have put a lot of weight on, and I mean a lot of weight. So yeah, so this year it feels different this year for me. I think it feels different, and I'm looking forward to seeing what comes from it. Already I've lost about 5 pounds, so that's roughly, I think it's like 2 kg or something roughly, so that's a good start to 2026. But I feel like this year it feels different. I feel more what's the word, motivated, or I feel kind of different. Like, do you know the other years when you think, oh, I'm going to lose weight, and then maybe something happens or something gets in the way, or your own mind kind of gets in the way or something, and you end up not keeping up with it, and then you get down to like summertime or something, and you look back and you think, well, if I actually stick with it, I could have lost the weight by now, or I could have been half my size, but because I didn't stick to it, I'm now in the same spot I was 6 months ago. So I've always done that, and this year I just feel like it's gonna be different. Already, like, I'm actually enjoying what I'm doing. Currently my routines I've been doing is weight training and also walking. So I'm not walking massive amounts of steps yet. I'm kind of easing myself into stuff. So for example, I might do like 3k steps a day, and then what I'll do on the side of that is I'll do some weight training, so I can lift weights and do squats and stuff like that. So I will do that every day, I'd say about 5 to 6 days a week, and I've actually been enjoying it. I've been steadying myself this time. I think previously I might have gone a bit too quick, and that's what probably caused me to kind of been like, I can't keep up with this. And also, being someone that's overweight, you can find it a bit more harder, because obviously your body's not used to, you know, overexerting itself to certain extents when it comes to exercise. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Let me know down below what kind of things you are doing this year. If anyone has, I'm not going to say resolutions, but if anyone's got anything they're actually wanting to do this year, whether it be a personal goal like health, or whether it be travel or a job. Let me know down below if you have any good plans or you're wanting to at least achieve something this year. I feel like, do you know what I kind of realised is that the best thing to do, instead of saying every year, I'm going to do this next year, I'm going to do this, the best thing to do is not make any resolutions and then just see how it goes, because I usually find that even last year, before 2025 came into place, I was like, this year's going to be better. I had so much issues in 2024, this year's going to be so much better, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and none of it happened. Not because I failed, it was because life basically just took a hold. So I feel like the best thing to do is literally to just take it as it comes. Right, I need to put some concealer on now. I'm going to use my Maybelline eraser one, which is my favourite. So yeah, best thing to do is just take it as it comes, because you can't obviously fix stuff, you can't force stuff to happen. And that's what you've got to realise at some point, because I'm always like, oh, why is like nothing ever going right? But sometimes it's not always meant to, you know. I'm going to use the same, oh no, I might use a smaller brush actually, but this is just like it's kind of like a flat fluffy brush in a way. I'm just going to try this and see how it goes, and see if we can get into the, I don't want to go too close to my kind of like eye, because as I spoke about in previous videos, I do suffer with lines and wrinkles in my eye. They're just natural for me. I can't seem to get rid of them unless I obviously get, you know, Botox or something, which I'm not going to do. I just want to kind of blend this out, and I also go underneath the nose as well, because I don't want to have a gap and patchiness. But yeah, that's my goals for this year. That's what I'm doing currently. So whether I'm still on this journey or not at the end of the year, I'm not sure, but I'm definitely dedicated to doing that. I feel like also, like, I don't know if it's just me, but ever since COVID came in, everything's just gone crazy or weird. Everything doesn't seem as normal as it used to. I think it's because everything was like kind of crazy. Like, I remember when COVID hit, right? And, you know, everyone was panicking, which is obviously understandable, because this was something out of the blue that happened that never happened before. But I remember like at COVID having to like queue outside like supermarkets, because obviously everyone wanted to get their shopping and everyone was worried about obviously stock being low. And people actually, the crazy thing is, at this time of COVID, I wasn't living here, I was living in Yorkshire. So I was living up the country in the north, and so there was tons of people for some reason overbuying toilet rolls and, you know, toiletries and hand sanitizer, because they were panicking that they were going to run out and somehow get COVID. Like, it was just stupid. Like, people, I feel like when things happen, people don't think, they just panic. People were buying like trolley loads of toilet roll because they were worried that there was not going to be none left, or they're worried that they can't go out to the shops anymore. But realistically, like, they had to put something in place because people were just going crazy. I've still got a bit of redness on my face, underneath my eyes I mean, but I will get rid of that with some eyeshadow briefly. But as you can see, usually people would put it right underneath, but I can't put too much because it will be too cakey for me. I also have a spot that's coming through, so I'm going to try and put a little bit more. This foundation isn't full coverage, so I'm not bothered about a bit of skin showing, but I don't want too much blemishes. Okay, so I've got this brush which comes in a new set. I'm just going to brush my eyebrows and I'm going to fill them in. As you can see, I do shave them towards the end so I can kind of make them the way that I want to. There is a slight, you can see where my eyebrow kind of was or is starting to grow back, but I'm just going to fill it in. So let me know what you guys watch on TV, or if you're into what kind of music you're into. So yeah, I've been loving Walking Dead, American Horror Story, Peaky Blinders. Some of these are UK ones, so if you're not in UK, so you might know them, you might not. Films, I've been watching a lot of films actually as well, because I've not really been a movie buff most of my life, so I've missed out on a lot of films. So I've been watching like films a lot. I'm a person who doesn't like daytime TV, so I don't watch like none of the breakfast shows. As you can see, this is my first. It's a good job I've done my makeup already. I can just wipe it off, so that's fine. It's not going to go right all the time. I'm just going to fill it in like that. I can literally like repair it. No daytime TV really. I can't stand it. I don't know why. I think it's just like, it just gets boring and repetitive really. This might be controversial, but I don't like any stuff like, you know, the Kim Kardashian stuff. You know, not that I don't like them, it's just like I find all that stuff really kind of boring in my eyes. Stuff like Housewives, I don't really like stuff like that. I have watched it previously. I think I watched it like about 10 years ago or something, but it's not really my cup of tea. So my stuff is like horror documentaries or just normal stuff. Like films wise, it'd be horror, Disney. I love Disney, by the way. I love Disney. So but a lot of it's just like, I just don't like daytime TV. And even, you know, when you get like the talk shows, and you know, talk shows are not too bad, and podcasts are not too bad. Or you get the entertainment sort of like shows where they sing and they're trying to make it in the Hollywood or whatever. Even though Hollywood is kind of corrupt in my eyes, but that's just my opinion. I feel like there's nothing wrong with wanting to be famous in my opinion. It's just like, I've never heard of anything good coming out of it, you know? Everyone who's been famous, I'm not saying everyone's had a bad experience, but from what I can see what's going on, it seems like it's not all it's cracked up to be, you know? But then again, I'm not the one who's famous. I don't know exactly, do I? But from what I'm seeing, it doesn't look very good. I think the only good thing out of it for most people is obviously the money, and they can afford more stuff and they're more well known. As you can see, my towel's gone, so I'm going to have to redo that. This is what takes me the longest when I do my makeup, because I like to have certain, you know, I feel like, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like maybe certain people in their lifetime is meant to be famous. And also, like, do you know, like, shows like, you know, we have one called X Factor here, and I think you've got American Idol and Britain's Got Talent and stuff like that. And they're really good for, you know, showcasing talent, but I feel like sometimes it feels like it's a bit set up, because you'll see the life stories of certain individuals, and then all the rest of them, you don't hear from them. It's just like you hear about someone's struggle, and obviously everyone can relate to it, and everyone kind of like, you know, but then you don't hear about anyone else. And you know for a fact that this person that you're seeing right now is definitely going to get through to the next round, because it's just obvious. So that's why I stopped watching, because I thought, well, it's going to be a bit kind of easy to kind of determine who's going to win or who's going to, you know, do what. I think it's good for the person though, but I feel like also when someone wins that, you don't hear from them that often. I like cleaning up my eyebrows, it's fun. Also this year I want to try new recipes, I think, along with the kind of healthy eating and stuff, but I am gluten free due to I have a bad reaction to gluten for some reason, especially if I eat like quite a bit of it, and especially bread. Bread is the number one thing for me, so I have to have gluten-free bread or stuff that doesn't have gluten in. You know, I can have normal stuff. I'm not celiac, and I don't. You know, it's not gonna, you know, make my life worse if I have gluten every single time. But I choose to be gluten free because otherwise I do get a lot of symptoms and it's not very good. So yeah, like I wouldn't mind trying some new recipes as well, because I usually stick to, you know, usual normal meals and or just basic meals really. I think this is how it's gonna have to do. This is, I think. Perfect. I look a bit pale at the moment. Right, next I'm going to go with my contour stick, which is the Barry M Chisel Cheeks. I'm just going to literally put it in the places that I put before. I won't talk you through it. I'm just going to kind of show you. I'm hoping this year as well. I live in a flat, so I'm not meant to have pets, but there is a new law that's basically in place now, but over this coming year each element is meant to be kind of put into place, or at least, you know, put into a more action when it comes to with landlords and whatever. So apparently there's meant to be more leeway with pets this year. I'm hoping that when it comes to, I think this law with the pets comes into place in May, and so hopefully I'll have a better chance of getting a pet. I want to get a cat, and I feel like that's going to be the next step of my, that's what I've been kind of thinking about for the past 2 years. I've been wanting a pet for a long time, and obviously I kind of just let it slide in my mind because obviously refusal from landlord, and you know, my tenancy says no pets. However, this year it's going to make it harder for them to refuse, so you know, watch this space. I could have another family member this year. I feel like also when you live alone, you know, or you live, you know, with very few people, or whatever your situation is, it gets kind of, I feel like landlords just literally say, you know, you can't have pets just for the sake of it, because it's easy, isn't it? You just say no pets, simple, and then you just move on with your day. Some of them worry about damages, but realistically, like in my flat here, when I moved in, it was just basically the structural stuff. It was just everything, like, you know, basics of a flat, and then they obviously got a little scar. I think that's a scratch from when I was shaving. Everything in here is owned by me, aside from the structural stuff and the counters and stuff like that that's put in. So, you know, if a pet was to damage it, it'd be my fault and my job to replace, because it's my item. So yeah, I'm hopeful this year that I'll have a little cat. That'd be cool. That'd be a nice way to end 2026. I'll have to keep you guys updated on that. This is my favourite part of my makeup because it feels like as soon as you put the contour on, it transforms your whole look. It literally makes you look alive, but also you have colour in your face. It makes it look a bit more toned, like your face looks a bit more, has depth in it. So I've got my clean kind of powder puff and I've got my powder. I'm just going to dip in here and then I'm going to set my face. I always think it's weird, you know, like, do you know when you think about like the future, or like you think about like no one knows what this year holds for anyone. And I think it's also weird to think like, where am I going to be in 5 years time or 10 years time? Like, it's such a weird thought. And I know that we can't control stuff in our life, but it's so weird to think like, where are we going to be in like 5 years time? Like, am I going to be living in the same place? Am I going to be the same person? You know, is there going to be a major change in my life? You know, will I have a new job, or will I have, you know, you just don't know. Like, I think that's the worst things for it. Like, some people might find it exciting that you don't know what's coming up, so you're just going to take it as it comes, and that's definitely a thought to have. But for me, I just feel like it's kind of scary because I recently turned 30, and I know that I'm still kind of classed as young, but it's just a scary thought to know, like, you don't know where you're going to be in 5 years time. And I also feel like as well, I feel like it's more for women, but it can still be for men. But I feel like you kind of think to yourself, like, you're getting older each year, and you're kind of thinking like, you know, am I going to have kids? Am I going to have that family life that I've wanted? You know, am I going to have, you know, a good career change, or something that's going to be a bit more stable? You know, am I going to be able to follow my dreams, go traveling? You don't know what's coming up, and I think it's the unknown. I think that's what it is. I think it's just like everyone's got their own goals, but it feels like maybe time's going a bit too fast. Right, I'm going to go in with my bronzer. It's a funny thing, but I've actually lost my Rimmel one. I don't know where it is. I think I misplaced it somewhere. It's somewhere in this flat, but I don't know where. So I'm just going to use the Sunkissed one alone today. Have we got another? This is just a fluffy brush that I'm going to use that I haven't used yet. This is quite pigmented, so I'm going to use a small parts at a time and just kind of bronze my face up. But yeah, it is scary to think like, where are you going to be? I suppose in a way it's a beauty of life though, isn't it really? Like, you don't know where you're going to be. I think because I've experienced a lot of change in my life, I kind of get a bit wary about where I'm going to be and what's going to happen. I will talk about life, you know, life situations that I've been through later on different videos, but you know, I've been up the country, down the country, I've been changing different houses, you know, I've been on the move a lot, dealing with a lot of like life situations, so it's been like ups and downs. That's probably why I'm feeling like, well, it's kind of scary to think like, what's going to happen. Okay, so with this, I am going to use it in most areas because I don't have my other bronzer. So I want to kind of dust it lightly on all my areas because I don't have the other one, so I don't want to leave a patch of my skin that's just too pale. So I'm just going to make sure to kind of put that all over, but I'm going to take extra just in the kind of crevices of my contour. This is actually a perfect brush. It's not too big and it's not too small. You can get literally in the corners. And then a bit more on the nose, because you can't have too much on the nose. And then I am going to go in with my blush. This is my new favourite one from Rimmel, which is like a nice dark rose colour. Just going to put that on the upper edge of my cheeks, not the apple, but kind of like just above it. A little bit on my nose and on my kind of temple, and a bit on my chin as well, just to give me some all over colour. Right, so we're literally like nearly done, to be honest with you. Like, this is so quick because I'm used to doing my eyes first and doing a whole makeup routine. However, today is very much simple chit chat type of video. I am going to use my Revolution Forever Flawless Allure palette just to put one shade in my eyelids so we can have a bit of definition here. Let me just grab an eyeshadow brush. Let me use this one. What's this one? Oh, it's got green on it. Oops. Let's use this one. So, just going to take a bigger size fluffy brush. I'm just going to choose one of the lightest colours in here. So, as you can see, they are so pretty. I'm going to go with Sensation, which is a top row colour. It doesn't show it perfectly on here, but this is a nice light pink dusty tone. It doesn't show it, it looks quite nude there, but it's not, it's literally not. It's a dusty pink tone called Sensation, and I'm going to dip that in my brush, and I'm going to put that on my brush, and I'm just going to dust it all over my eyelid. I want one colour only today, that's all I want. Just to kind of even out my base. I'm also going to put it in the inner corners and on my kind of nose area, just to kind of bring everything together. As you can see, it's very neutral. It's got a slight pinky tone to it. Slight pinky peachy tone, but it's not too bad, not too pigmented, so it's nice and neutral. I just want something to kind of like close the whole look together, so we don't look too basic. We still got kind of put together with the eyes, but I don't want to do a full eyeshadow look today. I'm also going to take that same colour underneath. It gets rid of that kind of redness, but also it kind of brings it together. So as you can see, it's very kind of nude. You can see the slight kind of pinky peachy tone. It's very slight, but you can definitely tell it's there. And there you go. See, very subtle but still very good. So the only thing left to do is I would like to spray with setting spray, but before I do that I will put my eyelashes on. So I am going to be wearing eyelashes today because I still want to make it kind of like a nice overall makeup look. I love wearing lashes. If I usually wear lashes quite often. I'm going to use the same ones as I used the other day, which I haven't used since. But you can wear eyelashes up to about 5-6 times, as long as you remove some of the glue beforehand that you previously used. But you can use them again, so I'm going to be using these. Yeah, I'm not... Sometimes I need a closer look. I'm just going to make sure that all the edges are pinned down, so that when it dries, it can dry fully into all the corners. But once it's dry, this glue is really good. I find it so good. It lasts a long time. That's perfect. So there we have it, the first eyelashes on. I am going to use some eyeliner in the corner just to kind of blend it in, because as you can see there's a cut off point where the eyelash kind of starts. It's quite a big eyelash, so yeah, I will be using my technique as well to kind of blend it into my normal lashes, otherwise it kind of looks a bit, I need my eye to be more open really. I quite like how my face looks. It's not like, I've been having a lot of dry skin from obviously the weather, but it's not actually as dry as I thought it would be. Which might actually be easier because, yeah. So I'm just going to put a line to join them up. And then I might just go across the band. Like so, and it looks a little bit better. It's not the best, but it looks better. It looks a bit crooked really, but the actual false lashes, so I won't put too much there, but I just want to kind of like make sure I get my natural lashes so that I can kind of crimp them together. Perfect. Already the eye's opening up, but I want to add my little trick of my eyelash curler. I'm probably not the only one who does this, to be honest with you. I've done this since I was in teenage years in school. And as you can see, the difference it already makes is crazy. It makes your eye look open, and also with the eyeliner it makes it look a bit more kind of put together. And then we're going to do the second one. And there we have it. The eyelashes are done. Just gonna take my hair down a minute. So I'm gonna put setting spray on, and I'm gonna put just a little bit of highlighter. I don't want too much highlighter today, but I do want a little bit. So I'm just gonna I don't care what it looks like. That's kind of funky. Okay, setting spray. What I might do this time is, instead of actually spritzing it all over my face, I'm going to take my beauty blender, which is my Real Techniques one, and I'm going to spray it on there and dab it on my face instead. I don't want to get my hair wet or like to get too drowned in, you know, setting spray. So I'm going to spritz it on my actual beauty blender on the very flat bit, and then I'm going to take it and just press it into the skin. Like so. Don't brush it, don't literally like swipe it. Just take it and just literally damp it onto the skin like this. It will look shiny, but it's meant to. And as you can see the difference already, there's no transfer. It's literally setting your makeup, but it's easier than just spraying. If you don't want to get your hair wet, or you don't want to get too much, you know, stuff wet near you, you can always do this, which is an easier way to do it. I don't mind doing it if my hair's up, but if my hair's down, I don't really want to get saturated in setting spray. So I'm just going to go all over my face, and as you can see the difference already, this looks okay, but this looks a bit more like natural, or a bit more like skin-like, and it also looks a bit more glowy. I'm going to focus underneath my eyes as well, just to melt them powders down. And what this does is it not only sets your makeup, but it helps it to look more skin-like, and in my opinion it makes it last a bit longer, because you're pushing the product into your skin rather than just spritzing it and just leaving it, because it's not gonna, sometimes when you spray it's not gonna saturate every area. So as you can see, the makeup looks much better than what it did before. It looks less kind of like drying, looks more like skin, looks a bit more glowy, and in my eyes it looks better. I'm gonna take a wipe. I'm not going to add much lip product to my lips today, but I am going to add highlighter today. Now, because we are taking it toned down today, aside from obviously the big eyelashes, I'm going to use my normal highlighting palette, which obviously is half broken, but this one here is probably the one I will go for. There is a gold one as well. I might try a bit of that, but I'm just going to put a bit of this onto my... What does it look like first? Is it going to be too... Let me use a normal one first, and I might add it on top. So as you can see, I'm just going to add a little bit of glow just to make my skin look even much more glowy. Sometimes as well, just having a skin that looks glowy and just bronze is the way to go for me. I just want a subtle highlight today. Just gonna brush a little bit on my forehead, and then we're gonna go on the other cheek. Like so. I'm not going to take it directly in the inner corner this time. I'm just going to take a little bit. I'm just going to brush it through like that. As I said, this is not like the normal makeup I do, but today I fancied something a bit more light. And there you have it. Basically just the basic of basic routines. So it's just a base routine with eyelashes, and yeah, I love it. It's just easy to wear. It's just, yeah, it's just so much better. But as you can see, It gives that nice glowy look. Not too much colour for me. Now you can add more colour when it comes to you know, your literal blush if you want to. So you can add more colour to your blush. You can add pink tones. You can add a bit more reddy tone blush. I personally like dark pinks or corals. They're my favourite. I'm actually going to invest in a coral colour blush soon because I don't have none on me at the moment, but I do love coral colours. And yeah, so yeah, I hope you like it. I will be back very shortly with another eyeshadow kind of look, or if you would like to see anything hair related, let me know. I can show you that later down the line. However, I will be back in probably next week now because it's Sunday now, so next week I'll be back with another eyeshadow tutorial, and I hope you have a great day and thank you for watching.